Hey friends and family, welcome to Marcie Creates. This is Marcie, and today I have an unboxing and a project for you. I have the Sam's bead box for July, Viva Magenta. He already has his reveal day. He does that on his Facebook group. And so it says here, Viva Magenta, with ruby as the birthstone for July. This month felt perfect for celebrating Viva Magenta, the color of the year. Pantone describes Viva Magenta as brave and fearless, a pulsating color, writing a new narrative. As a shop, I feel like we are embarking on a new narrative of our own as we have moved the shop to a new space. I'm excited to have dedicated and quieter room for our live streams and more space for pretties. Oh, and a big comfy couch will be lovely. I can already feel the creative possibility of the new HQ. If all goes well, we'll be creating together with this very box in the new space. For our July theme, Rachel and I set off to bring Viva Magenta to life. We love the combination of ruby and pearls, so you'll find those tones as the core of the box, accented by black and silver. For stones, we chose rainbow moonstone, which I love, faceted garnet, gorgeous, and graduated fuchsia tiger eye strand. Ooh. We hope the vibrancy of this box inspires bold creativity. I hope you'll share what you make in our gem chat group on Facebook with the hashtag Sam's Beadbox July 2023. And then he also has, he does extras that he does. He's got an app too, by the way. An official unboxing he already did on the 14th. If you didn't catch that, I'll be doing an unboxing here, of course. And Beadbox Celebration Live Sale is July 18th, which will be Tuesday. And then you can join his text list too if you want. So, another nice thing that he's done that I really like is he has broken down the items by strands and additional items and then tiara cast or whatever specialty items he has. And he has started adding what the values are, which is very nice. I think his box is around $50. Retail value, what you're getting is $85. So this is a nice little breakdown, so you know exactly what you're getting. So that's what I'm going to go with today. I'm going to just read off here and pull these out. We're going to do the strands first. And the first one is stunning. It is an Indian cut moonstone faceted rondelle, a 4-inch strand, 7 to 9 millimeter. Look at the, can you see a little bit of flash in that? Isn't that gorgeous? Ugh. I love moonstone, and this is a very cool shape. It's round, but it's also very, whoops, I just dropped my paper. It's also very organic looking. I have my ceiling fan on. You know, we're in Texas, it's hot. This is the only place I know of on Earth where 92 is considered a cool front. Go figure. Anyway, this is stunning. I can't wait to play with it. It's not really showing up on my paper really well, but never fear. We got other things to look at. Let's see. CG Rondelle Spacer, Crystal Luster, an 80-piece strand, 2x4 millimeter. It's got to be these guys. Really pretty. They're not super round. They're kind of more of a rondelle shape. And very neutral to go with a lot. 80 pieces. Petal leaf white silk luster. Well, I love leaves. And these are check. Aren't those gorgeous? And they have kind of a pearlized, you know, coating on them. Really pretty. Okay. Oh, these are gorgeous. Art Deco fan, white opal fuchsia. Look at those. That's gorgeous. I love the fan shape. It's very Art Deco, but I like it. I like it. Now we're getting some color. Now we're getting some color. All right. Fuchsia Tiger Eye Round Dyed Graduated. I gasped when I saw these. First of all, I love Tiger Eye, but it in this fuchsia, look at that. Let me put it on something you can look at that. And they're graduated. You could just string those, honestly, put something in between. But that, I've not ever seen tiger eye in a fuchsia. I've seen blue, and I think I've seen green, almost look like a malachite. But this is gorgeous. Beautiful. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Some Czech Druk rounds in magenta, 6mm. 6mm. Ah, here we go. Aren't those pretty? Very juicy. Like a juicy raspberry. Yummy. Now I want raspberry jam. Magenta, raspberry. It's kind of the same color, really. I think it's just what you prefer to call it. And we have red garnet faceted rounds. Oh, these are pretty. This is my birthstone, so I'm partial to this. I'm a January baby, but look at all those beautiful garnets. Can you see the shimmer? They're very, very nicely faceted. They are small, but they'd be really pretty in some earrings. Look, as spacer beads in a design, because they're really going to sparkle, even though they're little. They've got quite the flash. Really pretty. Put those there. All right, moving right along. Neon Magenta AB melons, 8mm. Neon Magenta. Look at those. Talk about juicy. Definitely gorgeous. Love the AB on that. And I love the melon beads anyway. I like a little bit of texture on my beads, and these are just subtly textured with the melon, you know, feel. And then you've got that really gorgeous AB. I think that one was, oh, there you go. See that? Beautiful. Loving this. All right. Czech barrels, magenta crystal mix. Oh, these are pretty. It's all pretty. But I like that this is, you know, you've got different tones and different strengths of this magenta color. So you can do something subtle or bigger and go home, depending on which of the beads you choose. Or I think a mixture would be really pretty. An ombre type thing would be really pretty. That's an idea. Okay. Fire polished faceted rondelles, jet black with pink silk. Wow. Look at those. That's really pretty. Also nicely faceted. Little graphic element in there with the black. I like that. And last but certainly not least, fire polish faceted round silver in, it says 8mm. That doesn't seem right, unless I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yes, I am. Round silver faceted fire polish beads, 8mm. So now we have a metallic tone. What am I missing here? I missed something. English cut jet black silver. These are 3.5mm. So more of a graphic element. Got the black and the silver. That adds a lot of interest, I think. Love those English cuts too. I know I've said that before. But for those of you who are new to the channel, I love English cut beads. All right. That's it for the strands. So I'm going to move these just up slightly. Maybe pull out a little. Okay. So now we're going to get to the additional sections. So I'm not going to take these in any particular order. But first up is some check glass diamonds in oval neon fuchsia AB. 4 pieces. 9x5 times 24 millimeters. Look at those. I'm loving that AB. Those are fun. Okay. Then we have a check glass blooming rose focal, white opal AB. This is a little chunky monkey, but it's pretty. I'm not going to put it in my white trays because you won't see it. Look at the rainbow AB on that. So it's a rose pattern. It's a loose, it's not very defined, but I think it's really pretty. And the hole goes that way. So nice focal. It's pretty much on the same on either side. Super pretty. We'll just nestle that in there with our other beads. Then we have check glass flowers bouquet coin in deep magenta. These are pretty dark. I thought they were black at first, but they're not. Deep magenta, 18 millimeters, 2 pieces. And if you lay it on something, it looks black, but if you hold it up to the light, let me see if I can, I hope you can kind of see slight magenta. There's a lot of detail in there. I don't have a light to put behind it, but maybe we could do this. Very deep magenta color. Love the texture in that. I love the flowers. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Oh, these are gorgeous. So I love lampwork beads, and these are stunning. Magenta Lampwork Collection, Teardrop and Rondelles. 5-piece set. These are hand done, so there are going to be imperfections because we humans are not perfect. This was not machine made. Look at the detail on that. It looks like one of those lamps, like a Turkish lamp, or I don't know, something fancy, like a fancy wine decanter. Isn't that gorgeous? The beads are really, I love lampwork beads. They're just so intricate and detailed and delicate, but just so beautiful. I mean, they're works of art on their own, really. It's got little dots of navy in there, so that could be a little hint if you wanted to add colors to this box. A little bit of navy. You've got a little nod towards that. You have gold on these, so you can mix your metals or add gold. Gold would be really pretty with these magenta beads. I know they've got a lot of silver, but there's just some gold, and it looks gorgeous. All right, moving right along. Another one of my favorite things, white glass grape leaves in white opal silver. And these, again, if I put them next to my trays, you're not going to see them, so I'm just going to put them in my palm. Aren't those pretty? Got 4 of those. Kind of a gray, almost like a light gray. It says opal, but I think it'd be more opal-y if it was AB, honestly, but still super pretty. I think I'm just going to pop those in there. And check glass rose round deep magenta silver, 10 millimeters. These are also a super dark magenta color. They have that silver finish again. Isn't that nice? 4 of those. Put them in there with the lamp work. Oh yes, these are super pretty. Check glass nuggets in burgundy pearl coating. 5 pieces. They're pretty big, pretty chunky. Love the shape. 12 by 5 by 15 millimeter. Some imperfections in the coating, they say. That's okay with me. Isn't that beautiful? That's more of a burgundy, I would say, but burgundy, fuchsia, magenta, they kind of are all interchangeable, really. All right. We got some Tierra cast, olive branch connectors, and I think we got this in one of the soft flex boxes, but we have an additional piece. So we have the chandelier component with the leaves, and then we have these really pretty silver connectors. Very nice. Last but certainly not least, I always have so much fun with these, a Viva Magenta check glass bead mix. 30 grams, all different shapes. Let's just see what we can pick out here. I'm just gonna open them up, toss them out. I'm just gonna go through and pick a few things. I love the leaves. Yay. I don't know what it is about leaf design, but I really do like it. Looks like I got a couple of little tones here. Some deeper reddish ones, and more towards the purple. You know. Like them. Get quite a few. So some dangles maybe with the earrings. Might be nice. You know, this box is going to go very nicely with those beads that I've been working with from Nancy Woodland. In fact, I may grab some of her pieces to add to this. So we've got some round beads. We have some more like saucer type beads. Some really pretty magenta saucer type beads. Some coin beads. Look at these. Oh, these are cute. Look at these little fire polish beads. Those are pretty. Some kind of swirly guys. Hello. One little oblong dude. A dude. I'm calling him a dude. Some more fire polish. I like that there's different tones in here. Some little tiny, there's a cha-cha here. Cha-cha glitter. Let me tell you, Cha-cha is so ornery lately. I don't know if she's going through the change or what, but she is like grouchy lately. So last night, my mom let her in. These are pretty English cut. My mom let her in, and she just stood there at the door looking at my mom. And she had already barked to come in, which was so funny. And my mom called her Schnickel Fritz, which just cracked me up. I didn't know that was a word. I certainly never heard my mom say it, ever. She claims that she used to call me that, or my sister that. So I had to look it up, and it's German for rascal. It's a term of endearment for children, meaning you little rascal. So that was apropos for Cha-cha. But I just like that word. I'm going to have to use it. Schnickel Fritz. Hilarious. Here's some hot pink. So pretty. So lots of little different tones in here. And a couple of little silver fire polished in there. Kind of a gunmetal. But definitely love to get mixes, because you get such a variety of shapes and colors and finishes. That's fun to work with, and gives your jewelry a lot of interest when you can mix all that together. And it's just fun to look at, quite frankly. So yeah, so this is the Sam's Viva Magenta I'm going to call it the Extravaganza. And I love it. Of course, I love all of his boxes. I think he and Rachel do a beautiful job picking things out, and they are a pleasure to work with too. And they're just nice people. So do check them out on Facebook, etc. I'll put all the info in my description. I am going to get these things ready to play with and come back, and I think we'll do a necklace today. That's what we'll do. We'll do a necklace. And I'm going to drag in some more of Nancy Woodland's beautiful polymer clay beads to add to this, because look how nicely that goes. So stay tuned in just a moment. Okay, so I'm back, and I think I've decided to use this donut from Nancy Woodland's collection, the friend mail that she sent me. I'm going to put her, I did an unboxing, and I will put that link in my description if you haven't seen it. And then she made these really cute flowers, and I love these, also these swirly lentil type beads. So I'm going to use those. I really like the graphic element of the blacks, so I'm going to add some of those. So that goes nicely with, as you can see, her beads. And then I'm going to use this. This is such a pretty, this came in from my stash. I think I bought this on Etsy. I'm going to do an asymmetrical necklace, so you're going to see this piece. And then I just grabbed a few extra kind of silvery beads to include in our design. And what I like about, and then I'm going to put this tassel too. I love this tassel with the, it'll pick up the fuchsia or the magenta, whatever you want to call it. Let me pull this out. So I think first I will make the focal piece, which is going to consist of the donut and probably this really pretty flower, and then the tassel. I'm going to do that first. So my thought was I'll make a piece here, and I want to put something above this. I think I'm going to do a little fuchsia bead. The question is which one. Maybe I want to do a saucer. That would be good. We'll do a saucer. And then I'll attach it to this. So I have to think about this a minute. I am going to use some soft flex too, by the way. Soft flex beading wire in a, it's almost like a magenta color, kind of a garnety magenta. And so let's do this first. So let me grab some, I think I'm going to use some 18 gauge. 18 gauge? I don't think I want something that thick, maybe 20 gauge. Let me grab some 20 gauge wire really quick. Let's see, I got 22 gauge, 24 gauge. Where's the 20? There's the 20. Okay. Alrighty. So I got some 20 gauge wire here. So I'm just going to make a wire wrap situation to go under there. And one thing I want to think about is how big around. I'm going to need to, well, I have a thought. All right, so we're going to just attach these. So I'm just going to make a basic loop, wire wrap loop. I'm going to make it a little bit big because I want the tassel to hang nicely. I bought these tassels on Amazon too. I'll link that below as well. I think I'm just going to wrap this a couple of times. I think the handle's coming off my my nippers. Okay. Take care of that end. Then we'll put on this really pretty floral bead. Very cute. And a saucer bead. Also very cute. And I'm thinking if I want to do a bead cap or not on the top of that. I think I might. Let me just grab a couple of I'm actually borrowing from the bargain bead box. And that's what's fun. If you get several subscriptions, you can mix and match, which is always fun, especially when they coordinate. And I think the bargain bead box this past month, this is the plumage, so it's got a lot of purples and blues, and that definitely goes with magenta. All right, so now I'm just going to make the loop. I'm trying to think if I want to. I don't think I want to attach it to this like this, just straight onto there. I think I'm going to do a little wire wrapping technique on that and put a loop on it, which you'll see in a minute. So let's see. I want it to hang right. Okay, this is fine. All right. Ah! Avalanche. Happens every time. We'll just leave them for now. We're going to be using some of them anyway. It wouldn't be a Marcie video without spilling something. Talk about schnickel fritz. There's schnickel fritz right there. That word cracks me up. I'm going to have to utilize it often. I hope you don't get sick of it. I just love words that make me laugh, and that one does. It's so funny. Any of you German speakers out there, pardon my amusement, but I just think it's funny. But I'm sure we have words, I know we have English words that crack other people up in other countries, so it's part of the fun of different languages, I think. I'm just trying to get the last little wrap around here. There we go. Sometimes these bent nose pliers can be a godsend for us jewelry makers. Use all your tools, that's what I say. Okay. So, really cute dangle for our donut. And now I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some 26 gauge, I think. Some of this. And I'm going to do some wire wrapping and then make a loop in the middle. You'll see what I mean in just a second. This might be a two-part video if this takes too long. I don't know where the end of that is. I'm not going to worry about it. Could use 24 gauge. I just happen to have 26 gauge right here with me. So, my thought, let me get going with this. Oops, just put a kink in there, but I think that was too long anyway. My thought is, let me move this guy over, is to take this and start doing some wrapping. Just a few little wraps. Let me start over. So I'm just going to wrap this around a few times to start. I just want to get it started, and I want to eventually, when I cut this, I'm going to cut it on the inside so it doesn't poke anybody. But I'm trying to see how many wraps I'm going to need to keep it kind of sturdy. Oops. And I think I might do a little bit of beading on this. Let me just get through. I'm flinging beads everywhere. So maybe, oops, you don't want them to kink, so take your time if you do this. All right, so then my next pass around, I think I'm gonna smacking the camera. Okay, so I have probably 8, 9 wraps. I think I'm gonna grab some of these really tiny garnet beads. Let me move these guys out of here. You could do seed beads too, but since we have garnets with the mix, and we've got all these different varieties of colors and strengths of the magenta color, I thought it would be cool to do lots of different shades, especially with this swirly design. You have all different shades. So let me just see what we can do here. And these are teeny-nincy. So if it takes me too long, I may take you off camera so you don't have to suffer through watching me try to grab these guys. It's hard to see where that hole is. Like I said, they're teeny-nincy. There we go. I know some of you don't like tiny beads. I understand. They're a little bit of a challenge. Let's see how many we need to, come on. Let's see how many we need to. Really, I think we only need 3 for it to look. We're going to tighten this up later, but, and if I don't like it, I'll take it apart. That's the thing about making jewelry, you know, it's not, you don't have to, if you don't like something, redo it, you know? And we're going to try this, but I'm not really loving it, to be honest with you. So we'll see. We may just have to go back with something simple. So my thought was to make a loop, but now I really am rethinking this. That's kind of messy, guys. Okay. So this is why I do this on the fly like this. Because this is how you design, you know? You think of an idea, you try it, doesn't really float your boat. Guess what? You can redo it. So let me just undo this. I think I'm gonna get a big, I think I'm gonna change my mind and do a big jump ring and attach all that. So, no big deal. No big whoop. I will save that wire for something else. And we're gonna go back to the drawing board and let's see if I can find some large jump rings. Ah, here we go. Gosh, I hope I have some big enough. Let's see. That might work. This should definitely work. Probably that bigger one. Another handy tip is to have alternative findings next to you as you're making something, because then you can, like I just did, you know, reach for a different size of something, or, you know, it's just helpful to have it at arm's length, whatever it is you're deciding on doing. So I would like the smallest one possible, but I don't want it scraping against this really pretty polymer clay. So the focal sometimes is the most time-consuming thing when you're making a piece of jewelry, if you're making it from scratch. Yeah, that's not big enough. All right, we're gonna go with this guy. And Nancy gave me some big jump rings too. Now I know why. But I think they were a darker color. Need to open that more. Alrighty, let's grab our tassel. Okay, much better. Alrighty, I like it. So now we're gonna start stringing, and like I said, we're gonna do an asymmetrical design, which means one side's not gonna match the other, and I'm just gonna be doing, you know, kind of stacks of things, and I just want to grab different, you know, beads and do like patterns. That makes sense. So how I'm going to get started with that is I'm going to cut 2 pieces of soft flex, one for this side and one for this side. I had to tape it shut because I couldn't find the little plastic thingy that keeps them shut, and it was unraveling all over the darn place. So that's my low-tech solution. So let's see, we're going to take, and one side is going to be shorter than the other because we want this really pretty lobster claw to show. So this side I think will be the shorter side. And what we'll do here is, let me grab some crimp beads. I'm gonna need another one. And I think this is a fun way to show off something that's so pretty. You know, it's a finding, but it's so pretty, you don't want it to be hidden. And also, it coordinates nicely with this little graphic element with the blacks and the pinks and the fuchsia, magenta. Okay, so let's string on our first. So you know what's kind of fun about this too is maybe I'll string the shorter side first and then attach our little finding here, and then we'll do the longer side. Yeah, that's what we'll do. All right, so I gotta crimp this. What I did with my crimper, it's way over yonder. I don't know how I did that. And I have started redoing my bead room. For those of you that said you were interested, I will be throwing in a few videos of my progress. I'll explain more about that later, but in another video, I'll bring it. What I can't find my words today, guys. I will explain later. I'll explain later. So right now I'm just crimping the short side. And I'm just going to leave this little guy because a bead will cover it. So now let's start stringing. Yay! That's my favorite part. I do like to make focals too, but... So let's see. We have so many gorgeous things to choose from. I think I'm going to start with some melon beads. And I'm not going to go... Now, part of the thing about asymmetrical is you're not going to do the same thing on each side. But a couple things I've mentioned before, if you haven't watched my channel, you want to think in odd numbers because that's more visually interesting to the eye. So 1s, 3s, 5s. I think I'm going to put a sparkly. I love this bead. So right now we're doing the short side, where, so that way you can see our piece, our pretty lobster. And let's see, let's do a twisty bead, nice long one. Oh, you know, I really do think probably round. We need a round one there. How about a tiger eye? That'd be pretty. Okay, then I love these little saucer beads that have the pink and the green. I mean the pink and the black. Again, I can't find my words today. I need more coffee. I was kind of up late watching shows, so it's Sunday. I mean, I slept in, but I think my whole routine is off from doing that. But it was a really good show. I don't know if you've ever seen it. I watch it on Paramount. What's it called now? I'm losing my words again. Joe Pickett. That's what it's called. And first of all, I think it takes place in Montana or Wyoming, I can't remember, but the scenery is gorgeous. I think the storylines, they are based on some books, Joe Pickett books, and now I'm gonna add this guy. They're very good. So if you haven't watched it and you like a whodunit type thing and you love animals and like the great outdoors looking stuff, the acting's excellent, the writing's excellent. And I really am enjoying the show. So, a little recommendation there for you. Let me add some a leaf bead. So I'm close to being done on this side because, again, I want the clasp to show. I think I'm just going to put one more bead. What am I going to put? Maybe a fire polished. All right, I think that's good for that side. So I'm going to add another crimp. These are crimps from Softflex. They're excellent. I highly recommend them. They are the best crimps to use, in my opinion. Okay. And the other thing I like using the Softflex wire is if a little bit of it shows, I think that just adds to the design. That's why I really like working with it. So I don't mind that this loop is showing because it's coordinating with all my beads. It's very nice wire, and it's such a pleasure to string with too. If you've never used Softflex wire, you need to try it. And by the way, they have mystery kits too. Every month they work with Jesse James Beads, and those kits are gorgeous. All right, so I'm just going to crimp this. All right, and then we're going to do our longer side. So the longer side is going to come around like that. So it's going to be way longer so that you can see this. And then I'll probably put smaller beads up here that aren't as interesting as the others. I mean, they're all beautiful, but and then I'll add some more of my silver beads I brought too. I don't want to add too much. I think, you know, you want the beads to speak for themselves, or at least I do this time around. All right, so let's see, how long do I want to make that? So I think we want to go maybe, I think like that. I eyeball a lot of things, just FYI. You can measure if you want to. Absolutely your prerogative. All right, so now I have my longer piece, and I'm going to attach it. I'm going to attach it to this donut. Everything is going to like flow, I think, nicely. I need some more crimp beads. All right. Here we go, other side. Oops. Where'd he go? I have an escapee. All right. Okay. I think we're good. We need to crimp. You don't want these wires to cross. That's what I'm kind of fumbling with at the moment. I think I got it. Stay there, mister. Okay. Now for the long side. All right. So I think I'm going to grab these tiger eye beads are so pretty. I will probably add some crimp covers once I'm done. Let's see, we don't want to forget the Nancy beads. Let's see. Let's do a pretty flower. Spacer bead. I believe those came from the bargain bead box. And let's do some of these gorgeous melon check beads with the AB finish. If I can get them strung. All right, and then I think I'm gonna add some of these fun guys. I love these on an asymmetrical, these little dagger beads. They're very fun. They add a lot of whimsy, I would say. We are gonna want some more. Let's see. Haven't used these black and silvers yet. Whoop! Yikes. Sorry. Oy, oy, oy. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, these fan beads are cool. So maybe let's do 3. Well, no, I'll do a rondelle. Yeah. And then let's do the Nancy beads. And I'm actually gonna, do I want to do that? I think I want a darker bead. Maybe one of these flower. Really deep magenta. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Okay. I think I'm gonna grab another one of these AB. Let's do some more with the black in them. Black and pink. I did 5 on the other side. I think I'm going to do 7. So that's 4. 5. Oh yeah, that's cute. So next we'll do, maybe I'll do a fan bead next. Just one. A couple more of these rondelles. Let's do 5 of these drook beads. Okay. Let me slide this down a bit. I just want to make sure that I'm paying attention to how much. So let's see. So we have a little bit more stringing to do here. And right when we get about here, I think I'm going to start using some smaller beads in like a longer stretch, just because that's the part that'll be hidden when someone's wearing it. So let's see. Oh, let's put one of these. That's what I like about the asymmetrical necklaces. You can just grab the stuff that you like. Let me grab, and you don't have, you can use just one, you know, one or three, or, but since you know the box coordinates, these subscriptions are fun to do this with. If you're stuck for an idea, have no idea, and just do some asymmetrical stringing. Oops, that one's on the floor. I think we'll find that later. Somewhere around here, and I don't know that they still make them, I have a Bead vacuum. It's like a handheld little vacuum that my mom got me a long time ago. And I tell you, I wish I could find it, because I keep dropping these beads. All right, I'm going to add another leaf. Okay, we're getting to that stage. So I think, let me find some stuff from my mix. So we've got these really pretty English cuts. How many of those do we have? 5 of those. Perfect. And then we'll do I have another one of these? Yes, 3 of those. And then I have these little tiny fire polish that I think would be nice around the curve of that thing. The other nice thing about this necklace is if you get interrupted making it and you've done one side, there's no big deal. You can just finish it later. Let me add I'm going to add another spacer. And these really pretty English cut check beads. Even my nails match. I just realized that. That's planning for you. No, I didn't plan it. Trust me. More like a happy accident. Or the universe was working with me. I think we'll go with the universe was working with me. It knows I had a tough June, so. It's so funny today. I don't know if I told you, it's 92 today. We had some storms earlier in the morning. And it just cracks me up that we refer to 92 in Texas as a cool front. That's just crazy. But then later on the week, we're back to 100, 105. Oh, look, those are different shapes. Hang on. I just want these little ones. It's a very pretty color, this little blush color. I'm going to string these and see where we're at as far as length goes. Okay. All right, let's see. So let's do some more of these. How many do I have? 3, 6, 8, 9. We'll do 11. All right, so now we're gonna go, so let's do some more of our pink and black. Let's do 7 more of those. See how nicely the beads glide onto this soft flex? I love it. Okay. All right. Getting down to the wire here. So this is going to be, you have to take into account how big this lobster is too, because it's pretty big. So I think we want to do maybe beading to about here so that we have enough for the loop. So what do we want to do next? I think let's do a couple of these guys. We'll do 3 of those. Another rhinestone. Let's do another tiger eye. Okay, and then maybe we'll do some more of these guys. Dagger beads. And I want to stagger them. There we go. And honestly, I think let's do another one of these. These are very pretty. How would this guy look? I think that's too big. Too big. I think those are going to be too big too. Oh, what about these guys? Some coin beads. Let's see if that's going to be enough. I want enough room to use the loop. Actually, I think I better just do one of those. And then maybe this little silver and black guy. If he's gonna cooperate. There it is. It's hard to tell where the hole is, where the hole is on this one. Ah, there we go. Okay, so now we'll put on our crimp. That's plenty of room. Okay. Again, I'm going to let some of this show. Yeah, I think if I strung any more beads, I wouldn't have room to maneuver. It's a little tight right now, to be honest. Okay. Nice. Let me just tighten that up a bit. And I'm just checking to make sure I don't have a lot of loose stuff. Okay. That doesn't look like it crimped right. I'm going to give it another squish. There we go. All right. I know this was a little bit of a lengthy video, but I think the outcome was worth it. Let me move some of this stuff so that we can take a look at the actual necklace. This is a really pretty box, I have to say. You could definitely add other colors to it and make it your own. You can just continue on with the black and graphic. Let me just... So here is our tassel. And I'm gonna have to kind of squinch this around this way, but as you can see, isn't that pretty? So we have our polymer clay beads for Nancy. We have our soft flex wire, and we have the beautiful magenta, Viva Magenta, which is color of the year, of course, and Sam's bead box for July. Think it turned out nice? Let me just lift this up a tad so you can get a closer look. Definitely screaming for some asymmetrical earrings. I love the iridescence in some of those beads. I think Nancy's polymer clay works beautifully with this box. And I'm really happy with it. I'm glad I didn't go bananas with that wire. I think simpler is better here. And sometimes, you know, you get a great idea, but it just doesn't work out. There's no wrong with taking it apart and starting over. As you can see, I do it all the time. So don't be afraid to try something. But if it doesn't work, don't beat yourself up either. Just keep on going. So I rather enjoy this. I'm definitely gonna have to make some companion earrings. And yeah, thanks for joining me today. I got more videos coming for you this week. And hopefully, I have a finished jewelry update, but when I go to do the video, the lighting's not right. So I'm hoping to have something set up so that I can show you what I did with the latest. I mean, one of the DD's bead boxes. So we'll just leave it at that for now. Anyway, have a great evening. Be safe and take care of yourselves wherever you are in the world. And I appreciate you very much. Please like and subscribe. Join the Facebook group, Marcie Creates on Facebook. And I will see you on the next video.